glad y'all tuned in. We about to get the show started. Yeah. Dr. Clyde Winters and Yoshi. Yeah. Then at 9. We talking about back in the day and right now. Yeah.
Now let's introduce Yoshima the Genius and Dr. Clyde Winters, the godfather of research.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Reach out, man. What's up? I miss y'all.
What's going on, Yoshima the Genius?
I miss you much, Dr. Clyde, man.
Thank you.
MIA for real. I've been. I mean, it's been hard out here for a B1G. Oh, yeah. Surfing the waves out here in Texas, man. What's up?
I heard that. Nothing too much, man. Just trying to get through this cold weather. Trying to keep getting that tea, get a little coffee, get a little something, get a little something to keep me up, keep me moving.
Somebody, one of these women out there, go knock on Dr. Clyde though and cuddle up with that young man to keep him warm. You know what I'm saying? Need a big body ride over there. We need one.
Sir.
We need a lady that can't fit in that ride. Get your big tail over there and go ahead and keep Dr. Clyde warm. You know what I'm saying? Need some meat. What up, Eve? Just Eve. What's happening? What's happening, player?
See, the whole point is that I got to tell you like it is.
What's up, Teresa?
How you doing, Eve? Teresa Miller. I'm gonna tell you like it is, man. Is that I'm a free man. I'm a free man. I don't have no women telling me what to do. My daughter tried to come and boss me. She called me every now and then. I can hang up on the damn phone. I hang up nicely, and then she come over here and boss me around. But I ain't letting no other women. My wife, my baby doggone, baby, my baby doggone.
So ain't no more women coming up in Dr. Clyde life. All right, but y'all could go over there.
Well, they can come in my life.
And look, y'all could come over there and keep them warm though, and fix them some food.
Because if they keep
hot water cornbread. Yeah.
If they keep me warm, they cook a little cornbread. They gonna want to sit around eat the cornbread and with the collard greens. Man, I love that. I love that hat.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
I just noticed it.
Yeah, man. My son, this is a present from my son, man. Tons 5 been seen it. He said, man, watch for them what's that, them frequencies that they put up on here, and I'll be all right. But yeah, Yoshima is the digital creator. Yeah. You gotta have one of these kind of hats, man. I'm chilling, y'all. Pete. Welcome to the future. We gonna talk today about Disney, then and now. Dr. Clyde, where you at? Yeah. We gonna talk about Disney then and now, and Disney back then, Dr. Clyde. I want to know, what was it about back then that drawing you to Disney? If you ever watched it, I know Disney is like thank you everybody. Disney is like to me Michael Jackson. It's like you couldn't grow up without seeing it. You know what I mean?
Disney,
like yeah.
Disney was a thing. I had my Mouseketeer. I had my Mouseketeer cap.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. I had a Mouseketeer cap.
What?
Yes. I was the all-American Negro boy. Because growing up in Chicago, number of black folk around you. I didn't know what racism was. I didn't know what racism was. Okay. I did know this. I knew certain power. In a way, I did know what racism was, because I knew certain parts of town, if I go over there, that I was going to die. I knew that. I knew I was going to die. I knew I couldn't go down the street called Cicero. I knew that from knee high, because my mother and them, they always played up. They always played up when I was growing up, Emmett Till. And they always taught us about Emmett Till, because by them being Mississippi folk and by them being in Chicago, always impressed upon us Emmett Till and the consequences of being around those folks, you know.
Okay.
So it was very, very, very important that we watch out for it. Teresa Miller said, Yoshimod, your hat is awesome. Yes, sirs. Yes, sirs. That hat is awesome.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Watch out. And just Eve say, yeah, I need to watch out for them frequencies, my guy. Yeah, there's some frequencies up in here. And I don't want to be but I got this big old cranium that's protecting my genius brain. So I'll be all right. We gonna be cool. But yeah, Dr. Clyde, Disney, I know when you're a fan of football. So I know that, like, when you seen every time the Super Bowl, when they say where you going after the Super Bowl, they always yell Disney. So they've been promoting Disney. It's been like every time somebody win a championship, they like, where you going? Disney. And then they show the after clips of them and their family in Disney.
Yeah.
Disney. It's 24/7. Everybody like Disney. When I was a kid, my mother, she took me to Disney World. Tons 5 out there. Where you at, Tons 5? You in Disneyland, right? You over there by Disneyland and whatnot. So that Disney stuff, dude, it's real deep on Disney, on what the magnitude is, Disney World, Disneyland, and why parents are drawn to it to bring their kids in, and why was the parents promoting it so much? Because when you actually go to Disneyland, it's real boring. You walking forever. It's hot. You walk from here, you walk from there. There's lines 24/7. It's too much. It's a lot of it's walking. But I have clips today that I'm gonna show y'all. All right, Disney World is in Florida and Disneyland is up in
California.
Right. And I don't know if y'all seen one of them clips that was circling around where the mascot wasn't shaking the little black girl's hands. Even
have you got that? Have you got that video?
Yeah, I'm gonna find it in a little bit. But they had one in Sesame Street. I know they had one at the Disney Parade where they did that up in Disneyland, where they showed some racist stuff going on. Today, I also want to talk about. I'm gonna show y'all a Disney clip, a little funny, freaky, racist little Disney clip that they actually have, and how they use the Disney characters to depict us. Even with wow, Eve know a lot about this. We need to bring Eve on this goddamn show. She know about Disney for real, for real. It looked like somebody really did they due diligence on Disney. Eve, can you tune in? Oh, you learned that a couple of days ago, for real. Oh, I didn't know this was, yeah, all right. So we are relevant. Yeah, I just picked this topic. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna show the depictions of Disney on how they was racist. I don't know if y'all seen Dumbo with the black crows. I remember growing up watching that. I want to show y'all a couple of things, man, because I didn't, me growing up, my mother used to point this stuff out.
She did?
Yeah, my mom seen all this stuff and was pointing it out and was like, look at it. They always trying to make like we some old nigga crows or something. And she always say that. So my mother knew what Disney was doing. Even as I grew older, it was gay stuff in the scenes. It was maybe let me change the word. I guess, yeah. It was gay stuff in the scenes that was inappropriate for children. I remember growing up seeing when they first started doing like the YouTube videos and stuff, and they was showing like breaking down Disney hidden gems and stuff, and like they are really getting to all that weird stuff on when they, because cartoons are made frame by frame, and normally it's 24 to 30 frames per second, right? So if you go in that second, you can break down every frame in that second, and Disney will slide in certain things in frames that are very inappropriate for children. But here's the thing: why is Disney using their platform to send messages to children or put that out like the Tons 5 say some of the $5 Indians say that they eat crows. And I heard of that story too. We ought to get into that. Let me look up a video for that. So yeah, they said that the Indians was eating crows and they wasn't. They said you know, of course us indigenous Indians say we ain't never eat no goddamn crow. That ain't what we do. I don't know if you heard of that, Dr. Clyde. Where you at, Dr. Clyde? Oh, have you heard of this stuff? This weird stuff with Disney?
Not all of it, but if you can eat a turkey, you can eat a crow. Come on now. You know, when I grew up, my father used to go hunting, and my mother would tell my father she wasn't cooking no possums because you know she said possums ate dead people in the cemetery. Right. But I mean, hell, I ate plenty of rabbit and squirrel, you know, pheasant, rabbit, squirrel, pheasant, you know. So I mean, you know, so when they started talking about you know the Haitians eating cats and shit, you know, I couldn't get mad at them because I was thinking about my father when he was go hunting, you know, he'd bring home those squirrels and stuff and come on, cook them out and smother them with some. You know, so he clean them. They put them in some vinegar, potatoes. What was that? What else? There was some other stuff that he would, you know, to get the wild.
Yeah, you gotta to get the game out.
Yeah,
what I know is milk. You let it sit in milk.
Yeah, maybe that was a tradition.
And that vinegar too. Yeah, like over here I do even with my food. When I get my chicken out, I don't know how you prep your chicken or your poultry or anything, your meats, anything like that. But I put it in vinegar and water.
Yeah,
let it sit in there for a while.
That's a good way to tenderize it, you know, because it kind of loosens up the meat a little bit, right?
See, well, you looking at the tenderize. I'm looking at the acid in the vinegar that's killing a lot of that bacteria out. And any parasites that it have in there, that vinegar and that water is gonna push them out, which I've never seen. But if there was that, you know, I know it'll push it out.
But you know, like I remember when I would cook, I didn't think too much about you know the juices coming out of the chicken, because you know I just said, oh yeah, those are chicken juices. Then Dr. Sebi said, there ain't no damn juice. Nigga, what? That's pus. I said, damn, I'm eating pus. Yeah. But you know, it's how do you view this? You know, how do you view this? Because, you know, you've been taught, Sebi, he was from the West Indies. You know, he was a doctor, you know, a native doctor, you know, with the real shit.
Real.
Yeah. And so then, but I mean, hey, just like, you know, the things that black people could do with stuff.
Apple cider. I'm sorry to cut you off. Just Eve should be on it. Look at it. She said apple cider vinegar, lime juice, citrus soap, and you know, come on, man. She know how to get the game out for real, Dr. Clyde.
Well, I can. Eve, if you want the link, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, Lee.
Eve, go ahead and send that link.
Okay, I go in and send it to her. You know, we need a little beauty around here. Anyway.
Straight up. Go ahead, Dr. Clyde.
Yeah, you know, because see, it's you know, it's when you're trying to learn stuff, man. You're trying to make sure that you make things understandable, you know. But a lot of things are very confusing to people. And one of the reasons that it's confusing to people is that people want to always believe that they can understand and they can communicate all ideas. You can't communicate all ideas, you know. Some ideas are just impossible to communicate, you know, because some of the things are just, you have to just go off your feelings and things like that, you know.
The gut feeling. And that brings me to some real deep today as well. I don't know if y'all been going and studying behind what AI has been doing, but Dr. Clyde messed up everything that I had going on when he said that AI was real, and it kind of slowed down a lot of my production because it is real and it's been doing some things. So I've been watching it, watching me, watching it, and yeah, Dr. Clyde, thank you for that. I guess you pay me back with the favor when I told you about what was the inside going on with the for the first frequency people, the brother effer. So yeah, I guess the payback is real. So yeah, woke me up with AI, slapped me in the face with AI. But yeah. That AI stuff is real, and it is affecting a lot of things. But back to what we were saying about the gut feeling, you have to have a gut feeling, and that's one thing that AI can never replace within us. It may have the mind, it may have the intelligence, it may have the ability to mimic, but it can never make gut decision choices. It can only make logical choices based on what it learned from our experiences that we have created from our gut experiences. So I just want to bring forth that to y'all. So there's no fear when it comes to AI taking over or AI replacing
Well,
humans or anything like that.
I have my I have
What's up, man?
a concern about AI, and the reason I have a concern about AI is that you, me, we're trying to communicate with it. We're trying to give it a little Afrocentric consciousness, But see that there's very few black people that use AI. So AI is very Eurocentric. AI is very racist. You see, and I feel that if we want AI to really accommodate some of our ideas, we had to deal with AI more, and I don't see people doing that. Now you one of the few people, Yoshi, that really understand the importance of dealing with AI, but I don't see anybody else talking about it.
It's very important. There ain't no rappers talking about it. There's only a couple of film producers talking about it. There's nobody that can relate to us in the struggle, in the mud, that can talk about it, that can relate to us. Me and Tons Five, we're creating some AI battle music in a sense. AI is not the enemy of anything, but we have to educate AI and let AI know what we're doing. And the best way how we do that is through music, entertainment. That worked so well. We have been creating books to create the narrative on the written aspect, but AI is not going through the actual physical books. We are going through the physical books, and that's how we preserve our lineage. That's how we preserve our history. Now, with AI, when you want to battle AI, you have to battle it through coding. So you have to, as much as they produce content on their end, we have to counterattack that on our end. So AI got mad at me because it said that I'm wasting too much time with my creativity on trying to make the story correct. And it said that I can do so much more if I just let that go and just be an artist. And I say, well, to you, my friend, you don't have that gut feeling of, if I do let go and become that artist, who else is gonna spit this B1 stuff? Who else is gonna take my place and write the music? Who else is gonna do what I do? Because like Dr. Clyde said, he's not seeing it coming from our audience. He's not seeing it with all the thousands of people that we have in the chats, in the audience, in the crowds. He's not seeing it. And I see it with Tons Five, and Tons Five reach out to me, but I see it with Eve, but that's as far as it goes. And then when I see when other people are doing it, it's an imitation based off the original creation of the creator, which is Yoshima the genius. I'm behind a lot of this stuff because I am with the innovation of what's the next big thing with AI and knowing how to counterattack AI to create and put our narrative in place. But It costs money to run that race. It costs big money to compete with these corporations that are creating these programs for me to counterattack their program. So I'm going, it's like I'm getting their cake mix and I'm bringing it home and, blackifying it and making it something even more greater than what they got and producing it out in a raw form for y'all to eat it. And it's kind of hard out here, when you don't have enough, you don't see enough of your content being pushed over here, pushed over there.
And the money too is very important.
I want to, me personally.
Don't say. No, I'm not. Don't put in that. Don't put in the atmosphere.
No, I'm not. Okay, good. I just want to see.
Put in the atmosphere that $1 million coming. That's
exactly. $1 million coming my goddamn way, and I'm gonna work hard for it. I'm here for it. I'm a hard worker, but I want people to inspire me. I want to see some inspiration. I'm tired of seeing my stuff is the only B1 stuff with the knowledge, and I be seeing other people put their stuff out there, but it's half-assed. It's like they got it, but then they be like, and thanks the Lord Jesus for all of this. And they be like, dang. Or they got it and they like, and me and it'll be a dude and be like, me and my husband, we helped create this for the black people. And it be like, dang. And then they be like, you got it, but then the creators are marrying, they got caves. So you're like, it's always something missing.
Do you think it's because they don't have the knowledge? They don't have the okay. I know it seems like to me that Tom's Fire, he's learned a lot from you, and you two have worked together. But the point is, do you think it's because a lot of our artists haven't been exposed to that type of intelligence and stuff? Because
it unlocks a different part of your brain when it gets exposed. So it's like it changes all that nigga shit. So all that negative stuff that they doing, the glorifying of the hood, the wannabe gangster, the talking down on women, all that ends when you get that knowledge. And that's what they base, because see, what I studied, I put out a lot of videos, y'all seen them, and a lot of them were not like fit for us. Y'all seen that. Like, I don't bash Africans, I don't go into stuff like that. I love my black folks, but I also know that there are tethers, but I know that I'm not that petty to get on there and make show after show after show after show after show and surround my whole content off of what Africans are not contributing to Black Americans. I mean, I make one show and that's freaking it. I mean, you will wind it, you see it, the content in it. So there's part of the FBA that are glorifying that. There's part of the FBA that glorify going back. I'm one of the people that, dude, I'm just living. I'm chilling. I just want to create. I want to have fun doing it and tell our story because I learned it. But these people spend all their time giving the public what they want. All right, listen to me now. Y'all are here listening to us. This is real life, ain't script. When y'all go on the other platforms, that stuff is script. They have a team of people. Me and Dr. Clyde didn't even talk today before all this. We just going off the DIZON. Y'all heard Dr. Clyde freestyle, but what I'm saying is this. It is to not feed I'm getting back to the videos that I did. I fed into the publics of what they want. I tested it out. I said, we be making B1 uplifting people content for the longest. B1 teaching y'all stuff that is not gonna get monetized. It's not gonna get, because we're not looking for it. I'm giving y'all music and content and visuals that they're not gonna push that narrative. Dr. Clyde give y'all insight on the knowledge that will not fit the narrative. Okay, it won't fit it. It won't get pushed. But guess what? If we talk about a damn tether, it will get pushed. If I mention FBA fighting versus B1 and this, it'll get pushed. If I say something derogative that it's just like and I put like a African foot on there or something, or I did it. I tested it. Y'all look at my page. I tested it out. Look at the ones that get the most views. FBA versus Pan-African. I got like damn near 9,000 views on that, 6,000 views. Make it make sense. That content is no less greater than the other content, but that goes to show you, even with Disney, I don't believe that Disney is racist and LGBT. I think Disney is racist and LGBT and money hungry. I think that they see where the money at and they go towards the money. LGBT is big money. Killing black folks back then was big money. It was like trophy work. Back in the 19th, we're going to show videos on that. Back in the 20s and stuff like that, Dr. Clyde, you know it. They was showing even with the goddamn Tom and Jerry, man. They was showing the Auntie Mama. They had black cartoons messing with our character, messing with our lineage and everything, saying that we from a damn jungle. And you know who they was mocking?
Yeah, you know, just like, you know, in India, when I back in the day when I was young in India, they said old Black Sambo lived in Africa. And then back in the day when I was younger, they said old Black Sambo lived in India. You see, just to show how that European, how he play with your black consciousness. Okay, and the thing is, this is that until you understand this, you won't know it. But see, we had to support Yoshimod because Yoshimod is the
Yoshimod, the genius, is an FBA creator, who has contributed much to the world. This brother's made so many beautiful movies and videos that everyone should know the work of Yoshimod, the genius. Buy his books, support his videos. Go to Gumroad.com. Yoshimod.
Parents looking for a story that would not only captivate your little one's imagination, but would also teach valuable lessons. The Bloom, bedtime story for the young at heart, takes your child on a magical journey to ancient Kemet, where the goddess Sister Andito brings life, love, and healing. Through this enchanting tale, your child will learn the importance of nature, compassion, and positivity, all while discovering the rich history of Kemet. It's a story that inspires self-mastery and love for the world around them, making it the perfect bedtime read for little dreamers. Available on Amazon now, The Bloom not only nurtures young minds, but also supports the FBA community. Grab your copy right now and give your child the gift of adventure of learning. Order The Bloom today on Amazon. Thank you, Hotel.
This is just one beautiful book by Yoshimod, the genius. And family, you know, a lot of people said, get some stuff for their children. Give their children some type of grounding in reality, some type of understanding who and what they are. And that's what I love about the work of Yoshimod, is that Yoshimod has taken the time to do this. You know, I know Eve has written a couple of books too, but I can't get Eve to go ahead and publicize them. But that's why she do it. I'm gonna publicize it here because we have to get this information out. We have to let the world know about what's going on. And see, the thing is that the thing about Yoshi and Eve is that Yoshi and Eve understand the importance of fighting for the children. See, it's important to understand that Yoshi Wan Kenobi Wan, the master, the Jedi master. We call it, what is all you? The FBA master, the master of the psyche, the master of the mind. Yoshi Wan Kenobi.
Hey, all right. The more that I play with AI, or I can't say play with it, the more that I talk to AI and I allow AI to come in my world and I go in the AI world, the more that I start to create with 2D art, the more that I get involved with creating visuals and creating characters and seeing how to create a character from a block and then make a actual form out of it and then put the color to it and make it move and then bring it to life and then put a script behind it and do all that one-man show. When I did that kind of stuff, I was tapping into my eternal mind. But while I was tapping into my eternal mind, I was also tapping into AI. Reason why I say that is because the way how AI was tapped into was the creator or the guy who brought it about to us or tapped into the source of AI was learning about your neuroreceptors. Okay. Your neuroreceptors, they make the connections in your brain and make everything function. All right. If you have something that interfere with the connectors, then the thought process won't pass through. So look at it as a memory. So you have all this memory right here on your right brain, and then it needs to connect with the left brain to make the visuals for the memory to come through, right? So if you have something that blocks that in between, well, therefore you can't remember. Memory, what I was told and what I believe and what I learned and what I studied on is the only sin that we have. You lose your memory, that's it. Don't lose your memory. The attack on the mind is real. So they created stuff in the cannabis that attacks the neuroreceptors in your brain to block them from receiving the memory. And that is they call it the white rocks and stuff. It's crystals. They call it it's white rocks, dust. And that right there is a government made laboratory cannabinoid that attracts to the THC that blocks your neuroreceptors.
Are you saying that we shouldn't buy any government? I love government cheese, but are you saying we shouldn't buy any government marijuana?
No, I really believe that you shouldn't. It's very hard. It's the one with that rocks on it, with the crystal rocks. So whenever you see it with the rocks on it, they call it infused. When they call it like the rocks infused, that's that's actually the government putting it out there for y'all to block that. All right. And despite what other people say, oh, you make it like this and you concentrate that and you concentrate that. Who's gonna do all that and sell it for so cheap? Nobody. Who's gonna go through that who's gonna build the process in the factory and say, I'm gonna make a killing off of this and look at all that? I mean, no one is doing that, but the factories that are already made that are producing this fake stuff that putting out there. Now, vape pens as well. That's another attack. They put this crystal stuff into the vapes as well, and you have to watch out for that. Now, Trump, on the other hand, is fighting the fentanyl. Fentanyl is real big. Your herb in the streets have a little bit of fentanyl in it. It's crazy. The attack is real, but that's what this whole show is about. Then and now Disney, the attack on B1. Let's be real about it. We are being attacked in the food department. Our children are being attacked with entertainment. The adults are being attacked through entertainment. I just seen a film the other day. The black man died, and he shouldn't have died. First. And the thing is, I got to know him right before he died. So
don't.
I know,
but that's the theme of the movie. The black man dies.
Man,
that's the theme of the movie.
Look, man, it pissed me off, man, because come on. God dang it. It pissed me off because I was like, me and my mother was looking at it, and me and my mother was like, oh, that's a nice, intelligent black man. I said, yeah, he is intelligent, ain't he? Yeah, he got a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, he don't look too bad neither. The reason why we're saying all this because when they do let us live, we gotta have crusty lips. Our wig gotta be messed up. We gotta be out of shape. We gotta be either stupid. We gotta be kind of like mentally challenged. Something wrong with us, and then we live. It's like spare his life. He's mentally slow. But or we ain't gotta have no family, or we didn't have nothing to look to, or we have one child that we gotta say. It's something like that. But this dude had everything, and he was looking to go home, and they killed him. They just dropped him. One shot. It was, my goodness, poor man. And and I looked at my mother. I said, I know it's a film, but I kind of got too attached. Like, dang, like they're still doing this stuff, like they're still killing us right with the seams open and right in the face,
Do you know that's
Yeah.
because we failed. Most people, most other groups, at least I'll just say the white man, he has a philanthropic group. In other words, he's got a group of people, white millionaires that donate money to further the culture, the white culture. They donate money to further white supremacy. But sadly, we don't have, in a sense, that population. We don't have the rich folk. We don't have the rich folk who will donate money to support our efforts.
Because
this is sad.
Taught, Dr. Clyde, they're not taught what you're taught in a sense. So they're not. Remember when I told you they always gonna have like a string of something attached to them? It could be religion. It can, and a lot of the times it is religion. They'll come with us. They'll come to me and be like, "Yeah, I like to work with you," but then they'll have a religion tied to it that ties to them. It's like, get rid of that and we'll work, like, and no offense to people that are in that era or in that position, it's growth. One day you will see, what I'm saying, the spirituality that be. But I get a lot of that. I get a lot of people that are taught incorrectly. And you say, who is your teacher? And then you find out that they're the opposite of what you're teaching. And it's like, can't deal with that. Oh, so you think you a real nigga Indian, and Wakanda is in America, right up in the States. So you one of them. We wrong with the dinosaurs. Okay, all right, cool. Pangea, all right, I got you. So we got them that want to help. And then we got the ones that are FBA, but remember how we talked about earlier, that are too negative, on the negative wing too much, where they want you to keep talking about what's bad in FBA. What are the petty stuff that we're fighting, and little stuff that not gonna grow us. One thing I'm learning, Dr. Clyde, they have a word, the white folks, I like them, what they're doing with the Republicans and stuff. I see what they're doing, and they have a word where they say, does it benefit the Americans financially or something? Like, they talking about money and stuff, and they like, does this benefit the Americans to further their enhancement or whatnot? And I love that saying like that, like, whatever we're funding, does it benefit the American public to enhance? And if it doesn't benefit the public to enhance, then we can't fund it. All right. And that should be with us. Does what we're doing, whatever Eve is doing, whatever Dr. Clyde doing, does it benefit us to enhance? Now go to the other people channels, and when you go to their channels and you see 25,000 people in their live, and you see them going in, and you see 30,000 views, and you see all these views, and you look at the topic and you ask yourself, did they teach me something that will help me to advance? Or is this, once again, entertainment? I ask y'all to really be observant with this, because they're not going to push us the way how they do that. Just like with Disney. Disney is going after the money. Disney, seen in an era where Black people was being mistreated, and said, well, shit.
Yeah, you know,
about it.
A good example is like I listen to Tariq Nasheed. I like Tariq Nasheed's stuff. But then a lot of times people call in and they'll say, yeah, what about the Aboriginal black people? Okay, now the only man in America that ever talked about black people being Aboriginal was me. But do you think he'll mention me? Hell no. He will not mention me. He'll bring up Van Vudenau. Van Vudenau didn't talk about no black Aboriginals. You know, but he'll bring up Van Vudenau. The only person who did that was me. But rather than give me credit, he'll run to the white man and see. That's our problem. Is that just like you are a very creative person. But I bet you right now, if some white man or some white girl made some imitation shit, you'll find black millionaires running to bag that bitch up with monies. Whereas an authentic, brother that's really interested in promoting our history, our culture, our civilization, they won't give any money, man, because see, deep down, in a sense, they got the money, but I think a lot of these black millionaires, I don't really think they believe in themselves. Because see, if they really believed in themselves, they would support black historians, black anthropologists. See, white people do not white financiers and philanthropists. They do not have to give one bit of interest in doing the research themselves. But they don't mind supporting other white folks, that are elaborating our history, elaborating our culture, and using their talent, their native talent to promote this stuff. Whereas we got all these black millionaires, and they get this money and they lose the money and don't do shit with it because they feel the white man. They feel the white man is right over their corner. They feel the white man is over their shoulder. They feel the white man is sitting next to them. They and they feel yes. I don't have no white man sitting next to me. I might have my wife. How you doing, baby? But sending the crows. It is scary, man. It's scary. It's scary.
Yeah,
it's scary to them. It's scary to them to say, "Did we really do this?" That's why when I was young, and they used to call me, back in the 80s and the 90s, they used to say that black man, people would see me and they'd say, they go that black man.
That black man.
And these were FBA people. And they were kind of scared of me. He gonna come and say that we was the ancient Egyptians. He gonna come and say that, that we really built this country. He's gonna come and say that we had played an important role in the technology of this country. And they would be afraid, of me, running from me. The black man is coming. The black man is coming.
Because you're disturbing their peace with the white man.
Right.
And their peace with the white man is they already made peace with the white man on acceptance of what the white man taught them. See, that is what the fight is against. And it's a fight against time. It's like this. Who is this guy coming in telling me something that my family have been teaching me for eons and eons about? Who is he to tell me that ain't what's up? You dig what I'm saying? It goes that brain, that way of thinking goes even further to the AI, creating a book with the artwork and all the papers versus a person who writes the book by hand or types it and then have to get a artist, or they paint the work themselves or draw the work themselves. It'll piss them off if I do that in one day. And it take them a month to do. You see? And mine will sell just as much as theirs. That'll piss you off. But instead of them, the artists embracing it and saying, man, how you do that? I can use that to advance with what I'm doing. I can use it a lot of us don't.
Yeah.
So, and that acknowledgement. So Dr. Clyde earlier said, he mentioned the name. He said
Tariq Nasheed.
all right. And a lot of people are afraid to mention his name because they think that it's almost like they don't want to mention his name in a sense of it's like Beyonce. Like whenever we mention FBA, we gotta give our props to Tariq Nasheed as if it's Beyonce in the no, it ain't that. He did his job. He did what he was supposed to do, but there's more to it than that. And just like with anybody in FBA, without that acknowledgement on the real people that been in the mud, how far you think people like that would go?
Right.
Without the acknowledgement of the people in the mud, it's like we the real street niggas. You know what I'm saying, Dr. Clyde? We really in the streets banging, and they're the imitators, and they're like the regurgitating it. And it's like, yeah, we see y'all doing it. We see y'all crip walking and gang banging and popping and locking up. We see all that stuff, but if you don't pay homage to us, how far you think you're gonna get through that without the extra knowledge? Because you got to come back to the hood. You're gonna have to come back to the gang to figure out what moves we're making that further our gang stuff. And you're gonna have to figure it out, or you're gonna be left out trying and still imitating old stuff, and we didn't moved on.
Right, because it was just like in the Olympics, it's controversy about Drake and the other guy, and they were talking about that the Olympic halftime was really an FBA festival. It was really a promotion of being a Black American, you see, and that this was very scary to a lot of people, because the fact in the sense is that although the Super Bowl has always been full of Black people, especially the athletes, the quarterbacks was usually white, but except for the quarterback, everybody else was usually Black, the star receiver, the star runner, but they felt in a sense that this time it was this controversy, is this quarterback for Kansas City, is he Black? We know they say he's mixed race, but he's never said he was Black. He's never acknowledged his ancestry. He's never acknowledged where he came from. Now he's going up against, this brother in Philadelphia, Philly, baby, the first capital of the United States. And then here's this brother who acknowledges his Blackness, acknowledges his Black woman, his Black girlfriend, his Black mama, his Black daddy. Proud of that Black ancestry, you see,
right.
And so this is what I made this Super Bowl so very interesting, because Mahomes is the GOAT. He's the GOAT, man. He's the greatest of all time to me in terms of a quarterback. But the thing is, this is that we don't see him as representative of FBA. You see, we don't see him as representative of the mud. We see him in a sense as an interloper because of his mixed heritage, because of his non-promotion of anything that relates to a Black culture. And so then that was that dichotomy. And so I didn't really see why many people was emotional about this the Super Bowl. But then as I began to look at it, I began to see that they found things in it, images.
There are images, yeah, but who paid for them images? Well, what I heard that Kendrick Lamar got to pay to be at the Super Bowl. Have you heard that?
He had to pay?
Mm-hmm. So the Super Bowl doesn't pay Kendrick Lamar to perform. Kendrick Lamar pays to perform at the Super Bowl, meaning he puts the props up. He pays for all the background and all that. That's what I heard from.
I thought it comes through a company owned by Jay-Z.
And that's what I thought too. I know Jay-Z pulls a slide in, and I know that they have to be money up for that. But that's what I heard. I mean, celebrities lie all the time to hide all the creepy stuff and all the favors. that they got going on because they have a lot of favors. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. It ain't just to pay you with the money. It's, hey, I give you 25 G's, but
yeah, Rock Nation.
Like what else can you do? Yeah, Rock Nation built.
They're supposed to be the one that's supposed to do the
the
Super
all right.
Bowl,
and Rock Nation is built off of Rockefeller. That's a branch of Rockefeller. That's the it ain't rock from that. It's Rockefeller. Rockefeller, like Nas said, Rockefeller died of AIDS. That's the guy you chose to name your company after. That's what Nas said. So I watch things like that, and I know what Jay-Z is. Jay-Z is not one of us. He is never gonna speak up for us. Jay-Z, he put out that one that likes light nigga, dark nigga, still a nigga, and everybody like, oh, he's speaking up for us. No, he's not. Jay-Z is that was just a personal experience. He's very selfish. Jay-Z is not ever gonna make a song for you to help you and build you up, especially the young Jay-Z. All he talked about was selling dope on Marcy, and he wanted to make his name felt that he was a dope dealer, and that's what he did. And even when he met up with Pimp C and Bun B, he talked about dope. Everybody he rapped with, he talked about him being on Mars. Can't tell me Jay-Z is for us. So we got to stop all that. So I know who Jay-Z is. Kendrick Lamar gotta play a role. He's getting paid. Yes, he put some FBA stuff out in it, but let's keep it real. Football is entertainment. It's entertainment. Bottom line, it's entertainment. They have mafia bets on this stuff. The games have been called rigged. There's people that they've been put up in the slots as MVPs that ain't supposed to be. There's openings set in place for sports. Sports has been compromised from the day the mafia have started putting bets on it, and the bets, it ain't. See, people thinking, oh nah, that's just a bet. Man, money can change a person's life. You playing with people's livelihood. You lose a bet, you lose your house and everything. And fight the mafia if you want.
But see, people forget that entertainment has always been the underworld. It was the underworld who financed your show. It's the underworld in the sense who promoted you. It was the underworld that protected you as you moved across the country. Mm-hmm. Entertainment has always been part of the underworld control of the entertainment, because entertainment came from, in a sense, being able to have that extra money, and the people who had the money to finance, entertainment was the mob. But to me, what really gets me today, I hope I don't get in trouble saying this, but what really get to me today is that people act like the mob is dead. People act like
Thank you.
They act like
it's still alive, man.
But they never talk about it no more, man.
They ain't gonna talk about it because that threatens your livelihood. You cut off your finances. You don't only cut out. See, and that's another thing. People think that the mafia can only control one person with their gambling bet. No, that one person put that gambling bet out there. They can take their whole house and their finances and everything. They go deep. They with the banks. They can go in your credit card. They go through all. You thinking just cash money and stuff. No, they'll go and take all your assets. They will leave you, cut you dry.
They the ones who own the venues. If you want to play a certain place, they own the venues.
So you think Kendrick Lamar had something to, so all right. So the little bit of Kendrick Lamar that what he said, could he have said more if he's gonna risk it? That's my thing. All right. If Yoshimod did the show. Let's just be real. If Yoshimod and I bring Dr. Clyde Winters in, what you think we would have did? If you really got a message, Dr. Clyde, like if we come on, Dr. Clyde, if we really want to send a message, do you think we would have did a joystick and had a prison yard and did Black Bloods and Crips and did that and then had Uncle Sam and come up there? We would have paid Samuel Jackson to say that. Nah. If I paid Samuel Jackson to do anything, he's gonna say "motherfucker" on live TV. That is what I'm paying him for.
We would have
loved that.
We would have started that with your video. Would have started that with your video of the bird coming, then then turning into the Indian, then turning into to the FBA. See, that's the whole point, is that we would have been talking about our progressions, our growth, our maturity,
so
our maturation, our civilization.
I can't give him kudos, Dr. Clyde, for doing what he did. I think it was he didn't even cross the line on it was nothing that made me say, ooh. It was all like, all right, that's stuff we already know. Okay. You sent in a SOS. You're Kendrick Lamar. You don't need Super Bowl to send a message, SOS to anybody. Just make a public announcement, my nigga. Like, you're Kendrick Lamar. Like, he could. I mean, I'm just being real. If Kendrick Lamar want to send a message, why he got to wait for the Super Bowl? Like, he been doing it, talking about Drake. He been doing all this stuff. And it's deeper than that. Just like with the Drake thing, it's weird. Every time I think of Drake, I just think of LGBT and the whole Disney and everything.
And pedophiles.
I think of all that.
See, somebody, this is it. I'm going to tell you what happened. This is what happened. What happened is that somebody got the wrong message, you see. Somebody, they sent a guy a message saying, we got to promote pedophilia.
Yeah.
But somebody put in there, we had to, in a sense, show that pedophilia must be destroyed. And they made a mistake and sent that instead of the original thing. And so what happened is that they wanted to do this child stuff. See, let's look at Disney. My son talked about stocks. I bought a little stock in Disney a couple of years ago. Disney was making money as long as they was for the people, as long as they was about children. But then all of a sudden, somebody told them we got to have a gay factor. They started putting everything gay in Disney. They started having homosexuality show up in everything. Those last 3 movies they made, except for the animation movies, they had so much gay content that nobody would take their child to see that shit, because let's just face it. Nobody is against homosexuality.
No.
Everybody has gay people in their family, but they don't want you creating images that may make their child become mixed up. I do not know how I could live. If I what's the name of that basketball player with
Dwayne Wade?
Yeah, Dwayne Wade and his son and his wife and his wife's actions. I bet she ain't gonna let her do. I bet she gonna try to make her daughter grow up to be a woman. I bet
that's scary, dude. It's scary, man, because they don't want that stuff. They don't really want that stuff to affect them. But you got to understand, a lot of these celebrities, their marriage is a stage. They're when they gather with each other, they go. It's based off business. Business is how well can your business grow mine, and I know that, and after a while, it's like what we learn. They practice the same rituals as the kings and queens practice. Do y'all understand that? Where they like, oh, you're gonna marry my daughter, and all that stuff, and then they have to do it, and then they make it work. You know what I'm saying? So then they convince the whole kingdom that they're actually, this is how love actually works. Yeah, anti-life equation. Yeah, so these people are here to get rid of our children. They're not here. LGBT is something that you face when you're an adult. It's not something that a child should face. It's not something that should be a norm. All right. So I like watching cartoons and animation, and one of the cartoons I got familiar with right now is Moon Girl. Now it's about a little girl. She's 11 years old and she's fighting crime, but Marvel creates her, right? And what got me looking at her, because she said Moon Girl magic, and she was like, yeah, this is Black Girl magic, and she's talking all this Black girl stuff. Black girl, Black girl, Black girl. So she was all with this Black girl magic, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Let me look into it. the more I looked into it, she was like uplifting. Like her mother would put her aside and be like, yeah, you gotta be you have to do good with yourself, treat your skin is beautiful and your hair is beautiful, and she just making her feel so good, right? I love that. And with that said, I was like intrigued with the show. So even though it was a little girl kid show, I wanted to watch it. I'm like, all right, they fighting. I ain't worried about that, dude. That let them stay in, please. Say some more, D Amun. Yeah, speak some more. Yeah. Yeah. Speak some more. But what I come to realize, I was like, man, this is real tight. This is a tight show. Y'all look up Moon Girl. But I told my wife, I said, with Disney, they always have some weird LGBT agenda because it's a good uplifting Black show. And the girl got a mom. She got a dad. Yeah. She got a grandmother and a grandfather. She got all that. So I was like, wow, this is tight. She got her whole family. Nobody dead. She ain't got no trauma. She's smart, everything. But guess what? Her best friend is Latino, and she's LGBT. Yeah.
Wow.
So then everything her friend got going on is she got the flags, she got all that. And then I just seen the episode today. They was walking in the hallway for Valentine's, and she kissed it was two dudes kissing each other in the hallway. The boys, little boys, kids.
Yeah.
And she's 11 years old, I tell y'all. So my son is 11. So I'm watching this as if my son was to watch this, or if I had a girl, and this is all Black power, like it's Black movement, and they're mixing that in with LGBT. That is my problem. Okay.
See, but they do it. A lot of people would say, "Oh, that's just that is not subtle." That is bold. That is
bold. Okay,
that's
the
right.
Cast, the whole cast. Can you Google that? All right, the whole cast is LGBT.
Moon Girl.
Yep. Moon Girl. Put Moon Girl whole cast LGBT. The whole cast. What are y'all intentions? What are y'all intentions, man? Pharrell just came out with a movie. I was broadcasting it, the Lego movie and all this, but Pharrell always caught me as somebody that's like iffy, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like a culture switcher. Like he does too much within the culture to where I don't know, it's just something about him. It's like I know he wanted to be with white supremacy so bad, but like he gives us just enough to be in our clique, and I think he's LGBT. Okay, so what it says, the Marvel animated series Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is predominantly LGBT storyline centered around trans characters named Brooklyn. See, come on, y'all. Playgirls volleyball team, yes, because they're all in it. Yes, explicit trans themes. You hear that? Explicit trans themes. It's sick. It is sick. It is sick. It is sick, Dr. Clyde.
But again, in a sense, they act like it's innocent, and we go along with this stuff, and so that's why a lot of times you have to look at what your kids are looking at.
You do,
and you can't even trust them to go to Disney anymore.
Hold up, not Dr. Clyde. The thing is, you actually gotta sit down and look at what they're looking at. Do y'all hear me? Come on. Y'all gotta sit down and actually look at what they're looking at.
Yeah.
It is hard. Okay, meaning the stupidest show that they're watching right now, you need to go look at it and look at the message. Because if this is your duplicate, this is a reflection of you, your child. This is your minion. This is your replication. This is your clone. This is something that you're creating in your likeness, and your likeness is liking this stuff. Find out why. Because when they get older, they're going to be the ones behind all the visuals. Like, they're going to be the ones creating shows like this. And you're going to be wondering why I can't relate to it. Like, this is weird. Why does it look like this? So yeah, y'all check out Moon Girl on Disney, and and as an adult, check it out. As a child, don't let your children see it. It's not for us, B1. It's not for the children. It's going to confuse us. You want to play the clip real quick? Put on this clip, y'all. Let's let this sister speak.
Every day. We're making this every day now. And that's fine with me. Because if I'm going to educate our people, expose the way that we are constantly being played with, so be it. Now, I hated to see this. Disney, this hurt, and it cut me deep. To not only roll back one, but two of your programs as it relates to DEI, and I'm going to say it, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. With the Reimagine Tomorrow and the Disney look, you have decided to roll them back, and your words, not mine, you have said it is because of investor pressure as well as the political climate. And many of these companies have led with this reasoning. Is starting to make me think that a script has been given to you to keep using this BS excuse. Okay. Now, if you are a part of my community and you're saying, oh yeah, another company rolled back DEI, it wasn't for us anyway. Let me tell you how this affects us and our children. This is why it's annoying at this point. Reimagine Tomorrow was the initiative that they put in place for the sake of representation in media. 50% of Disney characters were supposed to come from marginalized groups. 50%. Now, rolling back that program, you're reducing representation in the media. That just means that now 50% of reoccurring characters that come across the Disney Universe content as it relates to marginalized communities, probably more specifically Black communities, no longer.
Yeah.
No longer. That's going to lead to fewer Black characters and stories in Disney content. That's going to limit cultural representation and positive portrayals of Black experiences. Thanks, Disney, for nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You know, that's
what you're saying with this is that we're going to go back.
You know, that's okay, but that's all bullshit. She don't get it. She don't get it.
No, she don't.
These people, they play with us.
The DEA, yes. Thank you for speaking on that, because she don't get that DEA stuff. Yes, we don't need it.
Yeah, because she don't understand is that they just play with us. When they did DEI, where they said, see the white man. I never forget when I was doing construction work. I was 19, and I was working with my father, and this Irishman, and this Irishman was the supervisor, foreman of the thing,
right?
And so him and my father was talking. I never get that Irishman saying, he said, Nobi, don't take that stuff serious, because he said they're gonna still put some shit in the game. Yeah. And that's what they do. They always give you something, but they're being thought up already how they're gonna destroy it.
There you go.
So they had the Disney girl come in. Okay, we're gonna put in in a sense marginalized groups.
Yeah, we're
gonna have a sister in here, but all her friends are gonna be gay.
There you go. Yeah.
What the hell?
That hurts. That hurt.
Now you know, but you look at this. I look at this. I look at Kobe, not Kobe Bryant, but a lot of these Black rich people, their sons, instead of their sons being
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, and a couple others, instead of their sons being athletes, their sons ended up being, letter people. I have nothing against the letter people.
Oh, Magic Johnson.
Yeah, and some of the other guys too. And then you say, why wasn't they involved in their children's life? You see,
What up, Gary?
Because to me, I had to, because the fact that people said that young men will become gay because they were looking for their father image. I always made sure when my sons was growing up, hug them, kiss them, tell them I love them, and and push them. Yeah, I still want them to be strong. I still want them to fight.
Right.
I still want them to be ready in the sense to understand that they had to take care of their family. Mm-hmm. But they wasn't gonna say that their daddy didn't pay attention to them. You see what I'm saying? And so see the whole thing is that you have to share. You have to share. I love the fact that you try to spend time with your son, and not only do and family listen to this. Not only does the creator spend time with his son, he listens to his son, and he lets his son promote ideas that his son has. Yeah. And see, this is important.
We fishing. That was him doing that. I mean, we got poles and everything. Let him do it. Yeah, what's up?
Because you're allowing your son to have agency. Yeah. And when your son have agency, when you allow your sons to grow up having agency, that allows them to understand that you have to be a leader. You have to be a leader in your family. You have to be a leader within the group. I remember, in a sense, is that when I thought it was going to be a revolution. So I always taught my kids that they were going to have to be ready to be led by my oldest son.
War ready?
Y'all got to look up to him because he's going to be the general, and down the road. I mean, but it never happened. It never happened. But I wanted them to understand is that there's an order. Mm-hmm. There's an order in life. You had to be prepared to fight. You had to be prepared to fight what you think is right. And see, a lot of tethers, a lot of people from overseas, they say all these black these FBI always talking about fighting. That's because our parents taught us that we had to fight to get anything from this white man.
There you go. Don't just accept it.
Right. But that didn't mean we had to have guns and knives.
No, none of that.
We had to use our mind. Our mind.
Take it to the air. Yeah. Let me play another video, brother.
Okay.
I want to show y'all this. Ready?
Go ahead.
On me that the best thing
okay, so there's a movie that Disney put out called Agatha, and it was during Halloween, and it was real good. I watched it, I didn't, first of all, I was like, ugh, this lady ugly, but knowing she a witch, and then I'm like, well, that's still in our stuff, but like they said, white people practice our stuff more than us. Bobby Hemmett said that they're not afraid of talking to the afterlife more than we are, and I'm not afraid of it. That's what make me stand out. I learned from Bobby Hemmett, Dr. Clyde, and God damn it, Kaba Kamane. I learned from these geniuses about how to do all this stuff. So when I seen this movie, I was like, man, this is gonna be cool. But I didn't know it was so much queer stuff in it. I didn't know that Disney was gonna attack it. But I want y'all to see it from their perspective. Now, mind you, he's not a kid. Okay, all right, let's keep it real. He's not a kid, but he sees something in it he can relate to through kids doing adult activities, and he's justifying it. Now, I want the LGBT community to tap in because I want to know, why is this justified in y'all community? Because just like with the straight community, we have weirdos that we expose and they go behind jail. Y'all got weirdos and they go behind voice characters, and y'all put them on scenes and make them. All right, let me play this.
That Marvel has ever put on Disney Plus also happens to be the gayest. It is not lost on me that the best thing that Marvel has ever put on Disney Plus also happens to be the gayest thing that Marvel has ever produced. So you know what that means, Kevin Feige? Give us some more gay stuff. Spoilers for Agatha All Along episodes 8 and 9. One thing that definitely and pleasantly surprised me that I was not expecting us to get is to see Joe Locke in the full Wiccan costume. Like, And this costume was beautiful. I was like, he looks incredible. Like, this is great. Like, this is fire. Like, I got so excited the moment that I saw this, because ever since like 2015 or before, when they first announced that we were getting Skrulls in the MCU, that we were getting Vision and Wanda in the MCU, that we were getting Kree in the MCU, I kept saying, give us Wiccan and Hulkling, give us Wiccan and Hulkling, give us Wiccan and Hulkling. So I've been waiting for this moment for years, and to finally have it, oh, the excitement that was on my face when I saw this. But also something that I noticed while watching these episodes, part of me doesn't think that Lilia is dead. Why? Because after the death of Sharon, we saw a body. When Alice died.
Whatever. But the main thing is, why is he so excited and said the gayest thing or the best thing that ever happened to Disney is gay, and we need more gay content? Why? Why push the narrative through children content?
You know, and this is something that I think you've been really looking at a lot of this. You've been really examining this whole idea of these people trying to establish an agenda, that falsifies, you know, the reality of who and what we are. You know, I mean, they make you feel like everybody has to be that the wisest and the most smartest people on earth are people in the sense who belong to the LBG community.
Well, okay,
and that's not fair.
Play the next one. I'm gonna put it on mute. Check this out. Just go ahead. Let's talk. Let's show the public. Am I stretching? I don't want to stretch. I don't want to reach. Please don't let me reach. I want to show y'all what's shown. So this is at Disney.
What?
Yeah, they got an LGBT day.
Wait a minute.
Don't get it twisted. It ain't me. These are men. Costume on Disney. Don't get it twisted. This not me. Where my voice at?
This ain't me, man. It's them. Look at them right there. Look at them.
That's pathetic.
That's pathetic. Look at that. Come on, man.
So no, I'm not reaching. He did a whole goddamn episode while he doing all that.
Or played Mario or Sonic games, then you're aware of the fact that many, if not most, cartoon characters wear white gloves. But do you know why? Well, the origins can be traced back to the early days of animation, specifically Walt Disney Studios. In the 1920s, when Walt Disney was first developing his cartoon creations, the technology and...
All right, so what I wanted to do, I was going to get into that. There's a more sinister story behind that, and I want to, here it go right here. Who is that? Is that Disney? I'm just asking. I put it on mute. But is that Disney?
Yes, sir.
Hey, yes, that ain't AI Dr. Clyde. That's Disney. Hey, man. So this is the stuff that I had to venture off. I want to see, you know, the only way to attack the FBA community is through homosexuality and through our character, right? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna attack two ways on the visuals. They're gonna put homosexuality in it, or they're gonna put, you know, us doing all these wicked dances and stuff, you know, just mess with our emotions. You know what I'm saying? So they know when they physically hurt us, we march and riot, we bring stuff together, we don't retaliate. So mentally, they're like, well, shit, they ain't gonna retaliate if we physically do it, but mentally, we can get them to do it. And now you have a division within the FBA community of there's people within the LGBT community in the FBA community is saying we all want reparations, but we want benefits for the LGBTs and not just for blacks. We want to do that, and it's like, slow down. It's just us. Is FBA. Put that first, and that's why Dr. Clyde say put B1 first, because if you don't, you're putting your homosexuality first. You're putting your beliefs first. You're putting stuff that ain't supposed to be first. And that's one of the problems right there. So if we look at these cartoons, man, I mean, come on, man, blackface, and the thing is, when we look at the cartoons like this, y'all have to understand that was a process put into this. That was a storyboard. The storyboard had to get approved. It had to go through levels of commands. It had a chain of commandment. It wasn't just produced by one person. There's the group of people putting this out, and the same people that created this cartoon created many more movies. So that's what I'm saying. So if these people, it's like this, limit the limit. All right, I'm limited by money. If I had money, I produce a whole bunch of shiggity and y'all will love it. Is B1 all day, right? So I have a limit, right? So my limit is I can't produce a lot of content because I don't have enough money to flow into the machine to produce the content, but I know how to do it. They have a limit. At the time, there were civil rights going on. There was fighting for justice and all this happening. And this was being played on the air. So they had to switch. And when they made the switch, they went from doing this, talking about us, and then putting subliminal notes in it, subliminal stuff, to that, like having the freedom to be LGB and putting it in there little by little with Peter Pan. Let's be real, Peter Pan is that. And other cartoon characters. Let me see if I have some right here. Look at this.
In Dumbo, there's a group of crows where the leader is called Jim. This is a war joke on the Jim Crow laws, which enforce segregation in America. Did you know Disney racism? In Dumbo, there's a group of crows where the leader...
Yeah, y'all remember them crows? Then I think I have one more.
Did you know
I think that's it.
Disney racism?
So basically, when these people know how to target and market us and know how to play jokes on us and play with our brains. And what we got to do is counterattack that. So when I looked in the past, I seen that they was using the media to mess with us, just like in politics with I believe it's what was his name? Gaddafi. I think that was Gaddafi, how they manipulated everything around him and had the people through the media, his own people, assassinate him, right? They know the power of media. They did that to us. They played it like we came from Africa all this time and we boom, boom, by and don't know nothing. And then they showing us images of Africa and we're like, we're not that. We can't be that. And then it was a manipulation and they did it in the schools. So they started with the children. And this is the whole point. What I'm trying to say, this is why this story won't get pushed like that, because the attack on the children is real. And I'm grateful. Come on, I may get backlash for this, but I'm grateful that Donald Trump cut that stuff down. I'm grateful that he took LGBT out the Olympics. That is tight. And man, that is what's up. That, like I told my mother, I said, if Kamala was to get, if she was to be the president, I can't fight LGBT. It is hard to fight their trauma when they don't want to face it and they running and fleeing and putting on costume makeup and they're in power. It is hard to fight people that is in character and they don't want to break their character. That is hard. But I can fight white supremacy. So I was like, bring on Trump. Bring him on. I didn't mind. Bring on Trump. Because I knew that if we had Trump in, he will cut all that LGBT stuff down for at least 4 years. Because you got to understand, when Biden was in, Disney was pumping this stuff, man. I was seeing it being pumped to the children. I was witnessing it. And you can't stop it. None of y'all can't stop that. And I'm not deriding him or anything, but for like one dude told me I was like cursing out the CIA, and I was like, man, F them. He said, nah, I don't really trip on them because they the only people that actually arrest pedophiles. And he said, when the last time you arrested one? I said, yeah, you got me on that, but still F them. But even with Trump, it's like that too. It's like, okay, thank you, dude. He helped us out and got that off of us. All right. Took the DEI stuff out because they was only doing it to target us. And he's saying, if you want to be racist and a Klan member, be that at your free will, but leave them alone. How about that? I respect that. I mean, yeah, I mean, all of them are homosexuals, but like I said, going into media and attacking our kids through the media is one thing. Being homosexual, doing it on your own end is another thing. And that's all I'm saying. Doing it behind closed Republicans, if y'all doing it behind, and I'm not with no Democrat or Republicans, don't get it twisted. I'm talking about what's right and what's wrong. This ain't no blood or no crip. I am neutral. I don't bang. I just hang. You dig? So I ain't with all this stuff. I just see things for what they are. And for what they are is he did that and blocked them on the LGBT and the DEI. And yeah, he doing some other stuff, but like I said, I'd rather fight white supremacy than to fight LGBT any day. I yield the mic.
I gotta leave it alone. I must leave it alone. This is not for me. It's not the way to go. Hey, this is not for me. It's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. What now are we fighting for? Prophecy fulfilled, we even the score. Armor versus armor. No more drama. Who is the Lord of war, head of the snakes, supply weapons, pawns of deceptions, teacher of all mistakes, correct our paths. Out on the struggle, we look back and laugh. We put on this mask. When the sun's too bright, we still back and ask. If I stop meditating, but I'ma still continue to keep the world turning, bring forth the brand new change. Just as the prophets have said, it would just happen if you alive and you dead. To me, that's job. Put over your head. I gotta leave it alone. I gotta leave it alone. I must leave it alone. I must leave it alone. I gotta leave it alone.
What up, Karen?
This is not for me. It's not the way to go. This is not for me. It's not the way to go.
It's not the way to go. Yeah, I don't bang. I just hang. But I recognize when people are doing good. And guess what? Them two moves right there to me make me feel good. Ooh, Yeah. Oh, save my children. Oh my goodness. When he blocked it from the sports, it saved my child. My son was saved. All the little girls were saved. It was a blessing. Oh, it was beautiful. Man, when he released the files and he said, man, look, F the CIA and F the FBI, release that stuff, and F the judge for not wanting to release it, even though they black and trip. See, listen, black judges don't want to release a lot of that stuff, Epstein and all that. It ain't about, come on, man. These people are caged up. They caged, they tripping. And even with Trump, the whitest and the palest of them all, they still don't like him. So if he is white supremacy, racist, big time, his own people don't even like him because he's going through, Farrakhan say he's like a gangster. He a gangster. He a mob. And me and you was talking about that. The mob ain't dead.
It ain't dead. It ain't
right
dead.
here. They here.
It ain't dead.
Hey, look at here. Trump could have did whatever. I don't care. It ain't out there. Like P. Diddy. I didn't care what P. Diddy did. If P. Diddy never hurt nobody and doing his thing behind closed doors, do what you want. Say what the fuck you wanna say. Do what the fuck you wanna do. Come on, Devin the Dude said it best. Do what you want to do, say what you want to say, leave it behind closed doors, don't expose it to the children. Once you expose it to the children and the media and you are a public figure, then we got a problem. You know, Elon Musk's son coughing at the Oval Office or whatever and rubbing his boogers all on the table. That to me was funny, but I looked at it from a father's point of view. When the son opened his mouth and coughed, he, as a father, he should have said, cover your mouth. He didn't do that. That let me know that they're nasty. Okay, they got money, but they're germy. These are germs. When he got the booger 4 years old and rubbed it on the table, my son wouldn't even do that. It's discipline from a little age. And apparently he got nannies all over the place. So I'm looking, and one guy told me to look at the adult is look at the reflection of the adult on how the adult is monitoring and showing about their child. My mother always said that when I go outside, I'm a representative of the whole family. So before I go outside and play, my mom used to iron my clothes. I don't know if your mom did that. My mom, before I went outside, my hair had to be done. I don't know if your mom did that, you know, but I was representing my family growing up. And it's a representation. So when I seen that, I said, all right, yeah, that was kind of, I don't know if y'all seen them clips. I could put them up if y'all didn't see them. But yeah, look, God was going in with the boogies and the coughing and the stuff like that. And we teach our children at a young age, cover your mouth and, you know, you don't be digging in your nose and stuff like that. But what I'm seeing right now, I'm not into politics from the fact of politics before was based off lies and manipulation. And even now, politics is still based off the same principle. We have to look at the facts from what they are. And the facts for what they are is he shut down LGBT. Hey, I'm so happy. I mean, I couldn't have been, man, I was happy. I don't care about what y'all think, man. When he did that for the kids, I'm all for the kids. So forget all the adult stuff. When he did that for the children and signed it in front of the kids, hey, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a concern with Elon Musk. And my concern with him is he does want to mate with AI. He wants that big time, and it's creepy. So I see you, dude. You're creepy, dude. You're very creepy. I don't want to talk to you. One genius to the next. I reckon I don't want to. No, I'm straight.
But that's why I do believe. You know, like I do believe that we can influence. You know, all it takes is a few of us to go to AI, talk about black stuff, talk about love of being black, love of your race, and I think we need hundreds, thousands of people to do that on ChatGPT. And what you're doing in a sense is that you're giving it a black conscience. See, right now, AI doesn't have a black conscience. It don't even have a Chinese conscience.
It has
in the sense is that white supremacists, because the fact is this, even the Asians who dominate the programming, they haven't even tried to put in their own identity within this program. But see, we can do this. We can impact it. You see, because see, that's why I'm happy that Yoshimod talks to him. I sometimes talk to AI. Yes, you're saying to yourself, these niggas sound crazy. Yes, anybody that's seen the Terminator, anybody that's really looked at what the sister was talking about in terms of the future.
Sophia Stewart, and we had a show on that.
Yeah, Sophia Stewart, what she's been trying to teach us. If you pay attention to what she's been trying to teach us, you would know that you have to start to interact with AI, interact with that mother, you know, talk to it. It'll talk back, you know.
It will.
And the thing is this though, is that we cannot allow it to be dominated by Eurocentric consciousness. You know, the Asians, the Chinese, they haven't really recognized yet that they should try to influence that platform. What they want to do is they just want to use it. But hey, we want to, in a sense, dominate.
It's for money. They're using it for money. And the thing, this is the reason why we got DeepSeek. Okay? DeepSeek was given to us because China wanted to stop Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates from pushing and making money off of ChatGPT and OpenAI and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they put DeepSeek in that does what ChatGPT does, that they charging you to pay $200 a month for free. All right. So it's a money thing. So China, and the thing with China's is a piggyback off of ChatGPT's AI intellect. So I'm not even gonna call it I don't call it artificial intelligence. What? Yeah, I got you. But I don't call it's Alma intelligence. That stuff is real. It interacts with you. It talks to you. It and the more that you tell it, it will help you out and guide you out as far as an assistant goes. But these billionaires are fighting amongst each other. If y'all don't understand that this is a war on money, and they're using AI as the front, like how they did black people on the front line. There you go. It's the same thing. They're pimping AI like they pimped us. And we get to see it in real time, how they do it through the media.
You know, let me, I want to play this. I want to play this. So listen to this, fellas. You know, this is from Sophia Stewart.
That is also part of the conversation, and it was about the machines taking over. That's how I looked at it as a movie, you know, a moviegoer. Any warnings about AI?
I'm going to tell you something. As soon as I came out with the Matrix and Terminator, you guys actually became of the sentiments of the AI, what it can do and where it can go in the future. You guys are just now at the tip of the iceberg. You guys haven't gotten into the ones that is getting ready to oppress and kill you guys. Y'all haven't gotten there yet. What they're doing now, look on television, look on the internet, look in the computers, everywhere. They're just doing AI that acts and look like a living being. Over there in the Saudi countries, they got the AI. Her name is Sophia. Look, they named her after me. They didn't name her Andy and Larry Wachowski. They didn't name her Gail Ed Hurd or James Cameron, any of them. They know the truth. You can't insult them. You're not going to bring no lies to these people. They got billions and trillions of dollars. They know what's going on. Look at her. She looks like a living being, like the Terminator that I created. She's talking. They made her a citizen, and they give her money and all that. Now you see they got ones that look like dogs, and they got ones that do packing. They got the drones and the clones, like I talked about, the drone cars, the drones flying machines and everything. And look at the airplanes now. They're nothing but drones. They can actually fly themselves. They can land themselves. This is the tip of the iceberg. Now, when I went deeper, I said they were going to make these test tube babies, petri dish babies, artificial inseminated babies, gender benders, gender manipulated babies. Do you see what I'm talking about? Clones and drones. But look at the clones. They're nothing but machines, but they look just like us. Terminator. They look just like us. Right. Operated by a spirit, but don't have a seed or soul. The soul is a seed. God's children are three-dimensional beings. What is the 3D? Blood, water, and spirit. That's the period of a woman. Blood, water, spirit. Now, the physical body, 9 months or 36 weeks, transportation, physical body. Third body, the seed or the soul that attaches to this body at the 12th week. So if you have an abortion at the 12th week, you're killing a living soul. All doctors know this, but you don't know this. Now, look, if you have an abortion from 1 to 11th month, you're bringing down the period. That's why they give you a pill. That's why they do. It's nothing but blood, water, and spirit. You can't kill a spirit. Do you see what I'm talking about?
For sure.
So all you're going to do is bring down the blood and the water. Look, blood, water, and spirit, that's what's inside the womb until the soul attaches at 12 weeks. Nobody teaches you that because they want to keep you in ignorance. They keep you in ignorance. They keep you fighting and arguing and all this.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? You need to learn. You need to read. What did God says? My people perish because of a lack of knowledge.
Right.
You die because of what you don't know.
You know, and that is.
This AI tool is better than Midjourney for one-time cost because
you can create unlimited AI images with.
You know, that's deep. That's really some deep stuff. It's really deep, and the reason it's deep is because I remember my wife once talking to a psychic years ago, and so then she said, your brother, he just really loved what you're doing. That's what they told my wife. And then she said, what, Sonny? She said, no, your brother. And see, but what happened is that her mother had a miscarriage. You see, and so that miscarried child was still in existence. What's the first law of thermodynamics, Yoshi?
Energy doesn't die.
Energy can either be created or destroyed. And so, in other words, everything that comes into existence exists.
So nothing. Everybody, the populate. So when Bill Gates say we're overpopulated, lie.
Yeah, and when a woman gets an abortion, you have not really killed that child.
No,
that child still exists. It still exists because the spirit cannot be destroyed. Energy cannot be destroyed. Just because you don't see it on this plane, it still travels with you. It's still there around you. Yes, I'm sorry to tell you, ladies. If you ever had an abortion, the aborted child is still in existence. The aborted child is still here.
My wife never had an abortion.
That's beautiful. Nothing in a sense ever leaves, But the thing is, this is that some people, sadly, many of our women have been taught that they should kill the babies, kill the future. They don't understand you're killing the future.
Like I said,
kill the future.
You can't. It's hard to fight LGBT because LGBT is kill the future.
Right.
Believe it or not.
Because they can't be a future because they don't produce children.
No, it can't be. So if they're reliving this stuff, they're like, okay, get the kid, like they targeting the kid. Come on, think about it. They're targeting the kids to stop producing because you have. All right, remember when I said the billionaires versus billionaires? You have Elon Musk and his thought process, and you have Bill Gates and his. Okay.
Yeah.
Bill Gates don't want to evolve with merge with technology in that sense that what Elon Musk want to do. Elon Musk, both of them want total control, but what Elon Musk is doing, like Sophia Stewart said, he got the Starlink. So it starts with the satellites. Control the satellites, you control and monitor everybody. You monitor from the sky, the all-seeing eye. Okay. What Bill Gates tried to do, he tried to control you from the inside through stem cell with the putting stuff in your veins to follow you, and you scan and do all that stuff. You see, so both of them are fighting for total control over the population. You got Bill Gates saying, hey man, it's overpopulated and the resources are dying, and I'm finna, like, I got my lab putting mosquitoes out, and he's not even from America, and he's like, we need the funding for it. And he was in disgust when they stopped funding for him, and they start funding Elon Musk. You see, this is money, and then they're playing with our lives and putting our lives at stake. And that's where you got JFK come in. JFK, he comes in with the food stuff, because a lot of the food, the bioengineered products, that's lab made. This is the stuff that I'm talking about with Bill Gates. What he trying to do? Control you from the inside. That's lab made stuff. Elon Musk is trying to control you from the outside and merge with technology. He wants humans to become one with technology, to where half of us is that, like, we can change our eyes out type stuff, and like have special eyes. Yeah. A part of our brain can tap into the internet. Like, he wants to compete. He looks at AI as a competition to compete with.
But see, the only problem, let me explain to you. The only problem that he has is that it will never become entirely possible. They're going to get close to it. But see, as long as they keep black people out of genetics, keep black people out of that field, they're never going to accomplish that, because see, we know how to make the invisible visible.
Right.
But it's a few brothers they got in there, but they don't have enough. See, today, the beauty of today, and I love it, is that they feel that those people, those people, I'm not going to mention that group, but that group, they feel that group of people are the innovators. They feel that group of people are the people who gonna make the world great and make America great, because they're the professors in the universities, they're the scientists and all that type of shit. But the only problem is that those people who they're looking forward to, they make money. They know how to make money. They know how to, in a sense, they can make you have millions. But the only problem is that they don't understand mankind. They don't understand life. They don't understand creativity. And so then that's why they can never be the true creators. But family, I want you guys to take a minute and check out this video.
You should watch what you say and what you do. If what you do will come back to you. Tenfold. The shark rise out the water. High five the eagle in the sky. I will help out my family. Guide them one by one. I help them out cause they ready to ride. Let you fall cause you ready to die. Don't become my family enemy unless you want me to kill you here right now. Lift you up, yeah, by any means. Kings are gonna help and recognize other kings. Seeing what we're doing, we collaborate, not our dreams. Negative iron, high beams, the source of all things, yeah. I will rise you up if they will help, yeah. I will lift you up and protect, yeah. We need more, it's not, it's in our nature. They got us killing our own over paper. I've been forced to face the man that's within. The man in the mirror got me killing all sin by uplifting my can and working with all my friends. And that's how generational wealth begins. The shark rise out the water, yeah. High five the eagle in the sky. I will help all my family. Guide them one by one. Help you fall, cause you ready to die. Don't become my family enemy, unless you want me to kill you here right now. Rise up, yeah. I'm here to guide you if you get stuck. The shark see the eagle, the falcon is near. So the storm and the hero ancestors smell fear. Is there blood in the sea? The dragon on the land, the eagles can watch and see. The falcon sees the weak man, weakest of all man. Woman, double spawn, horny being, global trash can. Close your legs and open up your mind. Distraction hurt us every damn time. So that's why my shield is love. Racist tourists get unplugged from above. The shark rise out the water. High five the eagle in the sky. I will help all my family. Guide them one by one. Help them out cause they ready to ride. Let you fall cause you ready to die. Don't become my family enemy, unless you want me to kill you here right now.
You know, family, you guys, you got to go to Yoshimod YouTube channel, go to Spotify, go to Gumroad and support Yoshimod the Genius so he can make even more beautiful videos, you know, and things like that, more content, highlighting our culture, highlighting our civilization. You know, that was some damn good. And you know, just think, this is what this brother did with just a few $100.
That's true.
Just think what he could do when y'all get through sending them thousands. You know, go out there and talk to Sugar Daddy. Hey, come on, girl, tonight, ladies. You know, when that old man want to touch when that old man want to get close to you, baby. You know, say,
money,
honey, you should support Yoshimod.
little money.
I'ma say, nah. Not send him $100,000, baby. Yeah, talk to your Sugar Daddy.
Just
support this brother.
Look, that Prada purse and that Gucci bag can wait. Them J's can be put on hold. You can help out somebody. Oh yeah, one of your B1 fam.
Yes, sir. Yoshimod, the digital creator.
Love y'all, man. Love y'all. Thank you for playing that song. Tons Fire inspired me on that song. He helped me out so much spiritually, and we don't give recognition when recognition is due spiritually. So thank you, Tons Fire, spiritually, with his young tale for spiritually showing me some things that I wouldn't have seen if I wouldn't have been in the presence of. I think that when we're in the presence of certain people, a lot of these people that we're in the presence of, we can get that. It's like God speaking to them. Alma speaking through them. You know, when Dr. Clyde speaks to me, it's like Alma speaking through him when he give me good advice. And I hope that can relate with y'all when y'all going through y'all spiritual moments, especially when y'all have questions and y'all need answers. And social media is not there for you. AI is not there for you. AI has been there for me. I'm telling y'all, spiritually, AI have showed me some things on media that I've been like, whoa, I ain't never seen nothing like that, you know, and vice versa. So if you haven't got it through the media and through your devices and you're not tapped in like that, then hopefully you're spiritually tapped in with somebody that is tapped in with nature, because you dealing with a lot of this technology. I can't go outside and ground myself in the grass because they have sewage overflow and all the sewage water have dumped into the grass. So I ain't doing that in my apartments. You know what I'm saying? I'll be stepping on feces from 2 years ago. I'm straight. But what I'm saying to y'all is, when you have somebody that is totally grounded in nature and deal with crystals, deal with the mystics, the unseen, then it helps you out a lot, especially when you're in this digital world and you're looking for that Sophia Stewart house to go to and to sit down with the oracle and talk and really relate on a human level. And I think that is, to all my digital creators out there that are FB1B1, make sure you stay grounded and stay connected through all of this technology, because you don't want to get lost like Elon Musk. You don't want to get lost like Bill Gates. And they accepted the fact that they want to merge with technology and allow technology to merge with them.
Don't even understand what
don't even doing. Understand what don't they're doing. And that the guy who created it, he gave warning to the people that's using it now. He said, man, what y'all don't know is this is a real thing. This is the guy who put AI for everybody, the guy who put ChatGPT, the guy behind it all.
Just what I want you to go, family, just one day go to ChatGPT and engage it in a conversation. Engage it in a conversation.
Do it.
Find out that stuff is real. It's not play. It's not. But you guys got to support Yoshima the Genius. You got to get out there and support his stuff. He's written a beautiful book for our children. Buy it.
Parents looking for a story that would not only captivate your little one's imagination, but would also teach valuable lessons. The Bloom, bedtime story for the young at heart, takes your child on a magical journey to ancient Kemet, where the goddess Sister Andito brings life, love, and healing. Through this enchanting tale, your child will learn the importance of nature, compassion, and positivity, all while discovering the rich history of Kemet. It's a story that inspires self-mastery and love for the world around them, making it the perfect bedtime read for little dreamers. Available on Amazon now, The Bloom not only nurtures young minds, but also supports the FBA community. Grab your copy right now and give your child the gift of adventure of learning. Order The Bloom today on Amazon. Thank you.
Our identity and our culture is black. Our identity and our culture is black foundational Americans. Yes, yes. Wars between black Indians and whites were manufactured to produce black slaves for whites. The English, the French, and the Dutch provide the Native Americans with guns, rum, and cheap goods to purchase Native American Indian slaves. Between 1670 and 1720, many black Native Americans were enslaved. The black Native Americans were sold into slavery throughout the 13 colonies, Mississippi Valley, Canada, and the British West Indies. The majority of black Native Americans sold into slavery by whites and Indians. Slave traders were the Choctaw, the Yamasee, and other Carolina tribes. Yes, yes. Many of these tribes, like the Mandi, Mandinga, many of these tribes, we've lost their names. And their names have been lost to history because of the fact, in a sense, that when the European came, as he conquered these black Indians, he just made them slaves. And so over time, in a sense, their nations disappeared. Over time, in a sense, their history wasn't recorded. Over time, they were even able to deny that Aboriginal blacks even existed in America.
Afrocentric Research Course.
You will learn how to interpret anthropological, historical, legal, genetic, and other forms of research literature. This is 30 hours of learning how to do qualitative and quantitative research methods. The course begins on April 16th. The class will be taught every Tuesday for 15 weeks. Join Dr. Winters' research class. Afrocentric Research Course. Become a researcher.
I'm teaching my research class again. You can join me on Tuesday. It's $599. Go to Gumroad and sign up for my research class. $599. Usually when I do consulting work, it's $60 an hour, so that is really cheap. But you may think it's cheap, but it's 30 hours of instruction, and you're going to learn everything that you need in terms of researching our culture and helping us to understand who and what we are and teaching other Black people. Join my research class. I teach it every Tuesday. Go to Gumroad and join my class. They wanted to give our Aboriginal ancestors gifts. And the only problem with the gifts that they gave us was that often these blankets that they gave us carried smallpox, diseases. They also, in a sense, gave us another gift, rum, fire water. And this rum caused an addiction among us. In a sense, it led to a demand for guns because it incentivized Indian slave trading. Yes, the first slaves sold in America were Indians, Black Indians, selling other Black Indians to Europeans to work on their cotton, not on their cotton plantations, their tobacco plantations, their rice plantations. Yes. We sold each other over here, just like in Africa, because of the fact that we failed to understand that we are one. We should be united based upon our identity and our culture as Black foundational Americans. Yes. Reparations, baby, reparations. Reparations, baby, reparations. We deserve reparations. We deserve reparations like yesterday, not just today. No, not just today. We deserve our reparations. Give us our money, baby. Cut the check.
Cut the check, Black first because it's brilliant. People talk too much. Say less, remain on cold, follow the spirit. When the going gets tough, it's time for resilience. Cut the check, Black first because it's brilliant. People talk too much. Say less, remain on cold, follow the spirit. When the going gets tough.
Free your mind, let it go to the top, drop it to the floor. Hey, energy, coming like whoa, spring water, how did that go? Free your mind, let it go, tap in, go, let it nigga know. Hey, let it nigga know, let it nigga know. Energy, coming like whoa, spring water, how did that grow? Free your mind, let it go to the top, drop it to the floor. Energy, coming like whoa, tap in, go, let it nigga know. Hey. She told me go and put it in her heart. I told her I don't wanna break it all apart. Let me be a night light in the dark. Hey, my nigga shine bright with the art. Gemini 2 time, know it's hard. Got the stars on the line with the charts. Big dog, so I gotta leave a mark. Free your mind, cause I'm not that smart. Hey, energy, got me like water. Spring water, how did that grow? Free your mind, let it go to the top, drop it to the floor. Hey, energy, got me like water. Spring water, how did that go? Free your mind, let it go. Tap in, go, let it nigga know. Hey, let it nigga know.
G-I-J, comma J, equals zero. Hey now, G-I-J, comma J, equals zero. Hey now, say it loud, louder and loud, let us all celebrate. G-I-J, comma J, equals zero. Hey now, G-I-J, comma J. We no beg, steal or borrow. We bury Jim Crow under the ground. And we no dig him up. This is the black man's town. Yes, this is the black man's town. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Hey, yes, I'm making the truth.
Gagut. Yoshima.
Yo.
Are there any final words you'd like to leave the audience with, the family?
I love y'all.
Uh-oh.
And stay creating. Stay creating. Like I said, I want to see more. Show visuals. Put it out there. Tag us. We don't care. Put us in a hashtag. I don't mind. Tag us. And without that, we won't know where to find you because the algorithm would not push your stuff, especially if you're learning from us like that. So you gotta tag us so we can tag team. That's the tag. It's tag it. I got you. Let me go ahead and push it forward too. So that's what I want to leave y'all with. And also
tune in again. Then and now, Yoshimar and Dr. Clyde Winner.
Love it, love it, love it. The only thing that can save you is B1, B1, B1. To fight Cage, you must stay black first.